and it may or may not work out of this driveway. Like right now, sometimes it'll give me the steering wheel to engage, but it's not going to do that just yet. So we'll see when it does.
Does it sometimes do it from a parking lot then?
Yeah. From like right now, if I go over here and I can see where it's going. See, the blue line is the predicted path, like where it thinks it might want to go. And sometimes I can just engage right here and it'll go. But sometimes you gotta get a little closer. I mean, in the parking lot, a lot of times I can just engage it, but it doesn't do very well in parking lots. Okay, here we go. So now it's ready to just take over, and we'll see what it does. It drives like a teenager sometimes, so
like a pissed off teenager.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not good, but like it was gonna ram your gate down coming over here. I had to stop it for the gate, and probably have to do the same thing here. Unless the gate's really quick.
It's not good.
We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Well, I haven't done a thing.
You didn't touch it?
I didn't touch it. No, it's still engaged.
Oh, okay.
It's still fully engaged, so it did that pretty good.
Now, you're pretty confident that it was going to stop for there, so.
I was ready. I would have stopped if I had to. But yeah, you gotta, So it stops way too far back at stop signs, and I told him to do this, creep forward to check for visibility, because it would stop like 20 feet back and then just jam out in the traffic. And I sent him several emails that said, you need to roll forward and look before you do that.
So are you clipping on the where it takes a screenshot or sends some data on your screen?
So I can hit the little camera icon there.
Okay.
Anytime it does something bad, or anytime I take over manually, it automatically sends them that data. Or if I hit the camera, it'll send them that data. And I can send them emails and all that too, but as you know, they don't really respond to emails.
Yeah, they don't.
But for the software developer, the beta testers, they give you this real big wide screen of what the car is seeing. Not a whole lot right now, but it'll show oncoming traffic and other cars and medians and side of the road and all that.
So this like yellow line, does it see that, or does
the
GPS
cameras
knows it's there?
No GPS at all. This does not
sees
rely on any GPS. It's all cameras, radar, and the ultrasonics. So 9 cameras, 12 ultrasonics, radar in the nose, and under the glove box is a dual liquid-cooled supercomputer.
So the ultrasonics that he's talking about is when you see on the side of the car those little round things
dots
that pop up and stuff. That's showing it detects something like a tree or a curb or something
like
that.
parking sensor for
parking
most cars.
sensors. Yeah, kind of.
Now I should wait for him, but he's waiting for me, so mine's going to go and it's going to go, and I'm going to give it a little gas just so we go. But if everybody waits too long, it's kind of stupid. So it actually did the right thing there. It waited for him an appropriate amount of time and said, well, that dummy's not going to go, so I'm going to go. And then it would have stopped in the intersection. So I can give it gas and not disengage it. If I touch the brake or the wheel, like if I just a little pressure on the wheel, now it's still engaged the speed, but I'm doing the steering, just like his car. The only thing this does more than his car is really 3 things. It'll, from a stop sign like that or a street light, if you're the first person, it'll decide to go on its own. And any other Tesla, you have to tell it it's okay to go if you're the first one.
So does yours, you don't have to do anything for a stoplight or a stop sign?
No, for this, like you would have to tell it it's okay to go through a green light because there's no car in front of you, but it'll just go ahead and go. Yeah. And then the other thing it'll do is make left and right turns and put on blinkers in city streets. Now, anybody that's got full self-driving, it'll do automatic lane change. You just put on the blinker and it'll go, it's safe to make that lane change. But the one thing it's really bad at, like it should be making a left up here, and it'll stay in this lane way too long. Sometimes it'll get over half a mile early. Sometimes, but it sees this bike. Watch it as the bike.
Oh yeah, see it move over at the bike.
Yep, it moved over just.
Oh, pretty good, you. No, this is Rock. Yeah, you called Rock. Wrong number. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Okay. All right. Catch you later.
See, it should already be over there, but it's gonna wait for the last freaking minute here, and it's gonna slow down. It's gonna go. I want to make a left turn here.
So, is that simply a function of that it's using the cameras and stuff, and it can't see stuff that far ahead?
It just needs to learn. The neural net needs to learn that, hey, I need to be in the left lane a half mile early. I shouldn't wait. I shouldn't wait if there's a lane available to take.
Yeah, I've seen that on a lot of videos. It's
and now in the parking lot, it's going to go, well, I don't know where to go because I just told it, so it'll go up to kind of that line, and it'll stop where that line does. But if we go in the parking lot here and I pick a space and then we tell it to go somewhere else, you'll see it's kind of not the best in parking lots. We'll go down here and see what it does.
Hopefully a lot of this beta testing fixes the parking lot stuff so they can release more of the parking lot where the car drops you off in front and then go parks itself.
Yeah, you would think they'd be a lot farther ahead on that. So
beta test means it needs people to
validation.
Drive it.
Yeah, it needs validation. Take me to the UPS store.
What do you think? What do you think there, Rocky?
Pretty cool.
See, it wants to go out here. You can't make a left, but it should make a U-turn there. Instead, it wants to go down and make a U-turn there. And let's see what it does.
Yeah, I could.
But right now, it's like going, I'm not sure. Strong teenager.
And actually, it's exactly right. It drives like a teenager would.
Yeah.
Fast up to the corners and.
Yeah. Brakes a little hard sometimes.
It's just learning.
But it'll slow down for speed bumps, which is pretty impressive.
Have you had it come close to hitting curbs at all? Or
it has, especially in the roundabouts at first, the first version, the left rear tire would clip the inside curb on a roundabout, and then they got that a lot better. But look at this, slowing down for a speed bump.
I mean, that's totally cool.
That's pretty damn impressive.
These are big speed bumps too. Good thing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it doesn't quite see them or slow down fast enough, but sometimes it does just like that. But here, look, we're way too over on the left side. So a lot of times, I'll hit the camera and go, you guys need to address this.
Is there any way to put any notes or anything? Or
yeah, I could send them an email at the time saying, hey,
okay.
at 12:14, I sent you a shot, and this is why I did it, and yada yada yada. So it's thinking about waiting for this guy, and it's going to go ahead and go.
So when you said you hit the camera, you took a picture?
Well, no, I hit this camera right here, and that camera will send them all the data from the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tells them there's something messed up at this point, and then
take a look at this data and make changes and make it better.
So they probably just review he's kind of in the middle of the road. He should be over the right.
Probably review the video and
give it some gas just so we go and don't wait all day because I got a guy behind me. So sometimes I'll give it some acceleration. Now let's see how quick it gets over. See, now it's getting over good. Now it's getting over the left lane like it should. And it should take this. There we go. Blinkers on. I'm not doing any of this. It's doing it all. And now, as a human driver, I would make a U-turn here. I'm going to give it some gas so we get through this light.
So it runs yellow lights. Cool.
Well, on these, it did that because I've got my foot on the accelerator.
Oh, okay.
They need to learn that the flashing yellow is not an indication of a red light coming.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, it's a little sporty. Yes, and it really doesn't like U-turns. Watch this.
Is it going to freak out?
It's going to freak out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, this is going to be kind of a good demonstration right here.
That's good stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, you like it?
I'm surprised you waited that long for the slam on the brakes.
You would have.
Well, I don't know if I would have waited that long. Depends on what I'm driving. If I'm in the Cybertruck, I'm going through those barricades.
Yeah. Yeah, but it'll go right through shit like that sometimes, and you got to really watch it. So
Rocky's gonna order a Cybertruck. So
yeah, Cybertruck's cool.
Yeah, and his wife's gonna get a Model Y, I think.
So my wife's got the Model Y. I think it's a perfect Tesla, honestly.
Yeah.
It's got the size and the power hatch, and that SUV form factor everybody wants. It's got the range and the good batteries, the best ones out right now. Yeah, I'm really happy with that Model Y.
So
I'm gonna roll through this one.
Rocky's got
you're
kind
not
of
touching it now, or
I did get on the gas there because I didn't want to wait for that light, or somebody's behind me. I don't like having the car just sit there and wait like it's a stupid driver, because sometimes it'll wait a little too long at a light.
Rocky's got kind of a famous sister.
Who's that?
You might have heard of her.
Is her last name Balboa? No. Why?
Christy Nome is my sister.
I don't know who that is.
She's the governor in South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of Christy Nome?
No, never heard the
Really?
name. No.
No.
I remember you talking about knowing the governor, but I don't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's kind of funny. I thought because she was pretty big with the Trump stuff, and
Oh, really?
Yeah, like she had Trump out to the rap. That was pretty cool at the Black Hills when they did that 4th of July thing when they were trying to lock everything down, and that they did that.
It's really too bad that he went out on such a bad note. God, he just really, it just really sucked the way he.
But did you watch CPAC?
I saw little clips of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
He
but
did,
I think it was
his speech on CPAC.
Yep,
It
yep.
looks like he's kind of calmed down a little bit. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
yeah, yeah. It'll be
You mean
interesting.
he kind of was spiraling down at the end there? Or?
Well, the whole January 6th, debacle that, he should have unfortunately conceded a lot earlier and not riled everybody up. I mean, that just, it just wasn't smart. I love Trump and his policies and what he did for the country and putting us in the right direction, but, you shouldn't be so damn narcissistic that,
Yeah, most people I talk to, even my Uncle Dennis is probably one of the most hardcore guys. He said something to the effect of he lost. It was his own fault he lost.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you just sometimes you got to just shut up.
Trump's his own worst enemy. He really is. It's just too bad.
I know that is too bad.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
It's okay.
So, how long are you guys in town for?
We're leaving tomorrow morning. We've been here about a week.
Tired of the cold weather here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of frigid. It's kind of frigid.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys can take this.
I know it's really rough, but we manage it.
Yeah, we actually went through a stretch of that cold weather that went down into Texas and stuff. It was in the minus 10, got down to minus 43 with wind chill. Part of that time in South Dakota.
I can't even imagine. See, here's a yellow flashing light.
It could go.
Use accelerator or gear shift to continue. So it basically wants me to acknowledge that it's okay to go.
Oh, maybe as a safety deal because it's flashing yellow? Or?
Well, not too many states have yellow flashing arrows like we do. And what it's going to do here, instead of taking this driveway like it indicated, it was going to go up to that driveway, which is a great way to cause an accident. Mm-hmm. So, if you're going to put a blinker on, you need to take that first available turn and not, So
there's a lot of accidents right at that corner too, exactly for that reason.
Yeah. So if I nav back to your house from here, and I don't like doing it too much in a busy parking lot, but let's see what it does. It's putting the blinker on early.
I'm kind of surprised it's still pretty aggressive,
Yeah, well, that's part of the neural net learning. They're not, it's making its decision based on everything it knows instead of, following a line of code. So that's, I think, why it behaves the way it does,
Yeah.
And eventually, the neural net would be a great thing. But see, like right here, it's like going,
trying to figure it out.
I don't know. It should have gone out that driveway. It's going to go out this driveway, so that's fine.
I just seen Elon Musk said that they're going to launch the subscription in about 4 months, a full self-driving subscription.
Yeah, they didn't say how much, though, did they?
No, I don't think he said a price.
So I'll do this manually just to get out of that car's way.
I hope at the same time they allow you to transfer to a new car.
I don't think that'll ever happen. I know there's a lot of talk. People want that, but
man, that would be. I don't think they would cost them anything because they're getting a lot of new customers. So they still have to buy it new. But man, it would sure take care of the guys that have supported them. So.
Yeah, I get it. See, he's checking for visibility. It's not quite sure it needs to see around here, and here we go. So like I said, a little drunk teenager sometimes. You really do have to watch it though, because it's not ready to fall asleep and let it, obviously, so
we would for sure be in the desert.
yeah, we would have a little car damage there.
So is it
please don't post this online, by the way.
So it has to drive this fast to.
It doesn't have to. I can roll the speed down. I have mine set to 5 above. So the max you can do on a city street is 5 above. So that's where I always keep mine, because that's the minimum I like to do. Yeah. But you can set it to 5 under or at the speed limit or whatever you want, and it'll go off of that. I just have my settings basically the most aggressive you can have, which is what I have all of. I've got the Mad Max mode turned on. Yeah, let's see here. We're in Mad Max mode, which is basically how aggressive you make lane changes.
I'm curious to see how it takes this corner right here, because
it used to not be able to do this.
Yeah.
And without beta, it doesn't slow down like that. Exactly. But with beta, it's a little bit smoother, and it kind of goes, okay.
Yeah, mine would try to hit that corner at about 45.
Oh yeah. If I can turn beta off, and it'll do the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, with the beta on, it definitely does some things a lot better. That's for sure.
So did you just get this car with beta in it, or did you?
No.
Get beta?
I pre-ordered this before anybody ever saw a picture of a Model 3. I dropped $1,000 down and said, I don't know what it's going to be, but I want one. And I've had this since 2018. And because I'm a board member of the club, initially the beta testers were just very sporadic and kind of whoever. Nobody knew, there was no rhyme or reason who got to be a beta tester. Jeff had it. And, you know, it just would pick people kind of seemingly at random. But with this release, they wanted people who were more kind of, you know, Tesla fans and the people that weren't going to, you know, post videos of it like running down, you know, barricades like it just about did. Yeah. They wanted more positive press to get out there before a bunch of negative press about it. So they were very selective, and they just wanted club leadership to have it. And if Andy wanted it, our president, he would have probably got it. But he didn't want it, and I did, so I was kind of lucky, and I was in the first round. When I first got this, there were only a handful of cars that had it, just a few.
Yeah, I think
they're up to a couple thousand. Yeah, they're doing more and more. I haven't gotten a new release. This is about, I don't know, 8th version or so, and it's gotten better. It was worse when I first got it. Every time it gets a little bit better, but they really do need to make some pretty big steps. The last 2 releases were pretty big steps compared to the rest, and it has been a while since I've gotten one. Let's see what it does with the FedEx van sitting there. This will be
That's what I was curious.
Yeah, this will be see if it stops behind him or goes around him. Oh, this is going to try to go around him. It was like, shit, I go around that big ass bastard. Maybe not. Oh, I don't know what to do. There's a gate. Okay. Yeah, see, it's kind of...
It's already safe. It's safe.
Yeah. It should go around now. It sees the walker. Yeah. It sees the van. Away we go. And it's not going to turn in the driveway, even though the address is programmed in. But what it'll do, it'll just come here and it'll go, okay, I'm here. What do you want me to do now?
Yeah.
You know, which is really all you can ask this for. My first review, I basically said, you know, it really doesn't do well the first 100 and the last 100 feet. You know, it won't take you in and park you. It won't come out of a parking spot all that well. But yeah.
Well, cool. That was pretty good. So entertaining for sure.
Yeah. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's fun to have it.
Appreciate that.